Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. In today's pick a card reading, we are receiving messages from Spirit. So it's just going to be very general. Whatever Spirit wants to tell you, Spirit is going to say it. So we have three groups as usual. Group number 1 is the envelope or the letter. Group number 2 is the ancient disc or compass. Group number 3 is the person jumping off of the object. Select the image or images that feel like they are calling to you. Use the timestamps below to jump ahead to your chosen reading, and we'll see you there. All right, hi group number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the image of the letter, and it feels like a magical letter, so I'm just getting a sense that Spirit wants to talk to you about something that they've been trying to translate for you for a long time. It's like they sent this letter in the mail to you and it hasn't arrived, and so it's like there's been some discrepancy in the communication, or there's been some almost like lack of understanding, and there's something that they want to say to you today that is going to be relevant to something that happened before. That's just an initial message that I'm getting from your image. So let's take a look at some cards and find out some additional information. I think today we're going to start with the tarot, so we'll go in with the Muse Tarot and see what this message is for you, group number 1. Okay, so you have the Sun card, beautiful radiance. I'm getting magic. I don't know why I'm feeling magic. Something about, it's like learning something or having something brought to your awareness. And the Sun card, especially in this particular deck, we can see she's got her solar plexus all lit up there. The sun is the solar plexus. So there's something here about like your personal will and your power to be able to do something or to change something in your life. And that's how this magic is needing to be expressed. Candle went out. One sec. So I feel like something is getting relit because the sun is fire. And that candle needs to be relit. So this feels significant as always. Spirit speaks in more ways than just English. So let's see what else. 6 of Voices. The cape stood out to me on this card, the person wearing the cape, and it is reminding me of the image for group 3. I haven't done that reading yet, so I don't know what it's going to say, but there could be an additional message there for you if you felt called to that group as well. Okay, we have the Page of Inspiration. Black cats. Again, I'm getting magic. I don't know what this is about. Magic. Some kind of like magic communication from the past. Spirits communicating something to you. It's almost like an ingredient list. Like there's something magical that you are meant to know, and it's through knowing this that you are going to be able to unlock something within your own power and your own creation. So it's through this knowledge or through this message that you receive with the tools, the resources, or like the recipe for success, something like that, that is going to help you to manifest and move in a direction that feels more empowering to you. Like I'm getting a lot of power with that. The cape reminding me of like a superhero. The sun and the solar plexus also are to do with power. So it's like your power is getting relit. Page of Inspiration. This is the Page of Wands. Wands are also about fire. So there's something about like relighting your fire, or yeah, I keep hearing recipe for success, and I almost want to like have this more in frame because you can't even see the full flame, and I feel like it's relevant to this reading, group number 1. Like you need to be able to see the flame because there's something about the energy of fire that is significant here. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely something that's coming from the past, because the Wheel of Fortune can talk about cycles of time. And that's what I was getting from the letter. It's like it was sent a while ago, but it didn't get to you because there was like a lag in delivery or a lag in time. And it finally comes around full circle. You're able to open this letter, receive the information, and from that, you're able to completely change your circumstances. I see you kind of like changing your stance. I'm getting like power stance, confidence. That's what it is. I was like trying to put my finger on what this is. I'm like, what does this feel like? It's like power, like superheroes, magic, something like that. And I'm like, it's confidence. I mean, in the human sense, right? But there's a whole soul level aspect to this as well, because the human confidence that you will feel from this shift is really actually coming from your soul being more in its power. Yes, that's what it is. And there's something about these like cycles of time that have been building up to this, or you've been like working towards this on some level. Yeah, I see that you've been through many, many phases, group number 1, and many versions of yourself. And you've kind of had to like go with the flow and transition through each stage of development, kind of changing your approach and changing the way you did things. But I'm feeling like at this stage of the game, there's something that's about to shift right now and unlock for you is kind of what it feels like. Ace of Materials could have to do with your finances or your security. I mean, those two can kind of go hand in hand, but they're not always synonymous. So there's something about your security and your confidence and how that's related as well. If this is a new creative project, I just got this message too. If this is a new creative project, this is something of an idea that it's like it's almost like you've sent this to yourself somehow. That's what they just showed me, was like you in the past sending yourself a letter in the mail that takes 10 years to get to you for some reason. And then you 10 years later opening that mail and reading this message from yourself that you'd completely forgotten about. And all of a sudden, it's like this realization comes in and you have this insight into yourself and what you desire. Or desired, but I feel like it's kind of like reawakening you. Something that you desired in the past is getting rekindled, because we are talking about fire energy here. It's like that passion or that flame is getting rekindled for something that you may have forgotten about or lost touch with that aspect of yourself, possibly because I just heard rat race. Like you got into the rat race, maybe you just got into like work mode and you forgot about this passion, this gift, or this goal. But this is an aspect of yourself that needs to be reborn. That is so weird. They're giving me the word regurgitate. Regurgitate. Isn't that like throwing up? I'm pretty sure that's throwing up. What is that about, Spirit? Oh, they said sick to the stomach, and the stomach is the solar plexus. Purging. Oh, right. Okay. So there's some purging that's going on. Purging the past. Yes. Okay. I see it. Thank you, Spirit. Purging the past. This message or this insight that comes in from your past self. And I keep getting 10 years ago. 10 is the number of the wheel card. And it's like something about 10 years. So think back like 10 years ago, what was going on and what were you possibly struggling with then? Or what did you let go of then that it's like you didn't have like the time for it, or you didn't have the energy for it or the confidence for it. But now it's the right time and your confidence is ready and you're stepping into your power at soul level. And so it's like you're able to take the first step into this thing that you wanted so long ago by purging out all of the resistance to it. It's kind of what it feels like. Queen of Materials. Ace of Materials and Queen of Materials. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. It's like you're able to, I do feel that one as well. You're able to take something that is just a single idea or a small seed, and you're able to grow it into something that completely sustains you. Again, I'm getting security being important here. So it's like this confidence that you're gaining and this awareness of this past, I don't know, aspect of self or something like that is unlocking this deep wealth within you. And it may be related to money. Maybe you're getting the money to be able to do something that you didn't do in the past. You didn't have access to it, or you didn't have the resources internally or externally to make this thing happen. And it's kind of like rekindling, and then you're able to do it now. Yeah, I feel like this could have been something from when you were, the number 10 keeps coming up. So maybe 10 years old, or like the 10 years, like teenage years, because it's like those are all in the 10 digits. 19. Something about 16, 1 and 6. I don't know. We have the 9 of inspiration as well. And I heard close to your goal when I was looking at the card through the camera. Close to your goal. Okay. You're close to your goal, apparently. But it's interesting because it feels like this goal is something that you forgot about for a long time, or you like put on the back burner. And now all of a sudden, 10 years later, you're close to your goal. How does this work, Spirit? Can I get more information, please? Don't use that deck. Okay, sorry. They said come back to it. They said use this other one. Alrighty. You're the boss. This is a Spirit Says reading. It's like Simon says. Whatever Simon says, Siobhan does. Okay. To the sea. I feel like this was something that you had set your sights on, but you got like stuck. It almost feels like depression. My energy just went woo when I was looking at this card, and I feel clairsentiently when I do readings. And so it was like this feeling of depression, just like all the zest got sucked out of me. Something about, like deflated hopes or sadness, possibly depression, or just like maybe you tried and failed. Because they did just say something, it's a bust. They said it's a bust. You know, like when somebody's trying to get somewhere or trying to do something and it doesn't work out, it's like it was a bust. Okay, and you have to be fair. And this always reminds me of the Justice card. So there's something that is balancing out. There's something that didn't work before that is somehow, it's like coming back around. You're getting a second chance. Okay, they said we can go in with this deck now. Something's coming back around. You're getting a second chance. You're close to your goal. And the one on the bottom, they said too. Okay. Oh, the sacred union, beloved within, inner and outer relationships. Maybe this has to do with love. I mean, fire is very passionate and can be very romantic, stimulating in that way. It could be love. I was getting more like inner confidence, but that could be related to that too. Like maybe you weren't confident enough to have things work out, like you didn't know your worth yet, or something about like karmic patterns or karmic partners could have been significant as well. I'm noticing the ring here. It's like commitment to the self is kind of what it feels like. Okay. morning dew, clarity, a fresh start, and a positive outlook. I mean, yeah, that's really what I'm getting, is this clarity that comes from the sun card, or this message that's being delivered to you from the past, like a past version of you, or just a realization that you're getting around something, and it's giving you a fresh start, which is what the wheel talks about too. It's like the wheel is turning and it's a new cycle. This is giving you positive outlook, more confidence, a deeper sense of inner security, balancing things out for you. Karma clearing is what I just heard as well. Karma clearing. Okay. After the rain, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, it's over, and acceptance. I feel like you're able to finally move on from something that really plagued you 10 years ago, or over the last 10 years, or it could have started in childhood or teenage years. I mean, we've got so many different time periods here, but let's just suffice it to say, sometime in the past, something happened and it led to this experience of deflation, maybe depression, or just feeling really hopeless. And there's something balancing out karmically right now that is shifting this cycle and bringing clarity and awareness to you. And through that, it's like you've got this completely fresh start. Yeah, clarity, fresh start, new hope, the new seeds that you're planting. You're very close to finishing something here. It's like a karmic pattern, or karmic lesson of some kind. Yeah. Nope, put those back in. They said, okay. Karmic lesson of some kind. Is that what it is? Keep some room in your heart. They're playing that song in my head. How does it go? I think it's Ashanti and Ja Rule. It's like, we've been through worse weather, get through together. Something, I can't remember the lyrics. I know the song, but it's like, I can't wait no more. It's 3:15. Oh my God. Yeah, something about like relationship pain from the past, possibly. This could be creating opportunity for new love, or a renewal of love in a relationship that has been on the rocks, or that was really difficult, or where there's separation. They keep showing me the umbrella, and they keep singing that one line in the song, we've been through worse weather, we get through this together, or something like that. So even if this is not to do with external love, this could be about like inner union, inner relationship. It's like you're able to weather these storms and have confidence in yourself that you can bounce back, that you will bounce back. It's like you're talking to this past version of you that was really struggling, and you actually realize that you've come such a long way, and this helps to boost your confidence or bolster your faith that you can do this thing that you're very close to being able to do. With that 9 of inspiration, you're so close. And this particular one always reminds me of, like, if you've seen this come up in other readings before, I usually mention it. It reminds me of the scene in the Never-Ending Story when Atreyu has to walk through the valley where the sphinxes of like worthiness are there, and they'll zap you into bones if you doubt yourself and your worth, or something like that. So I feel like there was a lot here to do with your sense of self, your self-esteem, your inner confidence, and this has grown significantly from the ace to the queen. So I feel like you're going through a heart expansion, group number 1. That's what I just realized. I'm like, oh, you're going through a heart expansion. Make some room in your heart. Keep some room in your heart. Things are balancing out. There's an awakening going on, and this is giving you a fresh outlook and a whole new perspective on life, because you are coming into this inner union with yourself, and that's increased your confidence over, these years and these realizations. I'm seeing like waves of different states of consciousness that you've been through. Like they were showing me that before with all of these people here in the Wheel of Fortune. It's like you've been so many versions of yourself. And I think that you've really gained a lot of confidence, group number 1. Yeah, okay, those two. Collect beautiful moments. I love this. The next reading, or one of the next readings I'm going to do is called The Pretty Things, and it's going to be about like collecting beautiful moments. And it's so funny that this card came up because I was debating between doing that reading or this one right now, and I decided to do this one. But yeah, so there's a reference to that reading I'm going to do. But yeah, it's like something about being able to embrace like the beauty of life again. And it does feel like coming out of depression. Look, you've got the word memory right there too. So yeah, this is like memories from the past. Yeah, see, oh my God, you guys, sorry. I'm just like traveled, memory, you see it, and security. I was talking about security, and the anchor represents that to me. So again, it's like you've come so far, you're very close to your destination, and you're kind of like reviewing some of these memories, and they're coming back up, right? It's like they're being regurgitated. You're being brought awareness of these things and how much security you've been able to establish for yourself, you know, since those past experiences. Find joy in the ordinary. So they're saying collect beautiful moments, find joy in the ordinary. A lot to do with really just enjoying life, like the little things is what it feels like. And that's what that Pretty Things reading is going to be about. It's like finding the little things in life that are beautiful to you and enjoying those, and how Spirit is going to bring you more opportunities for that and why that's important. But yeah, it's like it just feels like a more positive outlook. Group number 1. So Spirit is talking to you very clearly. The strawberries just jumped out at me. Strawberries are about sweetness and enjoyment. Can also be about luxury and romance too. So I feel love here very strongly in your reading. I feel improved sense of self and increased confidence. I also feel like you're about to accomplish something that you've been working on for a really long time. And it could be due to I was trying to say it could be because of this realization, but it's like it could be due to this increased sense of internal security that you've developed. To be fair, like the scales here and familiar birds is standing out to me. It feels like counterpart energy. It feels like inner union. Yeah. It feels like you're moving on from past pain, whether it was in relationships or failed attempts in your life around things you wanted to do, goals you had, career ideas, passion projects, whatever. It's like you're moving on from the past, group number 1, and Spirit is here to tell you that this cycle is over. It's ending. You've completed something, or you're like very, very much on the verge of it, and you're birthing this whole new life. Like you're going to be going into an entirely new season of life, and it's like a fresh new perspective that you are going to have, or that you may even be seeing right now within yourself. And from that, you're able to really see relief. So if you were suffering from any kind of depression or emotional sort of apathy, or what's the word I'm looking for here? It's like just like having things be not as good as they could be. I'm seeing you being relieved from that, and you're being protected with, again, back to the umbrella there. It's like you're being protected. You've got some kind of internal security system that helps to keep you safe and protected from stormy weather. You're able to get through it a lot more gracefully, a lot more easily. And again, in turn, this and all of these other factors are increasing your sense of self and your confidence to be able to do what you set out to do. So I'm curious, what is this thing that you're going to be accomplishing? And I do kind of want to get these cards that I channeled from Spirit. Since we're doing a Spirit Says reading, these are like direct messages from Spirit. So let's see. I feel this one. The flowers are blooming. That is so okay. Hold on. Before I read this, what I heard in my head when I said that was, the British are coming. The British are coming. What is that? Is that like a thing? I don't know what that's a reference from. I know I've heard that before, but the British are coming. The British are coming. It's like a warning or something. but then you're able to succeed. I don't know. So, okay, anyways, the seeds you planted long ago. Oh my God, I did talk about like seeds and then it's growing. Sorry, I'm so excited. The seeds you planted long ago are now blossoming. You may have been tending to them diligently all this time, or you may have forgotten what you planted. Either way, the flowers are ready to be enjoyed now. Finding the joy in the ordinary, collecting beautiful moments. Yeah, something you planted long ago is coming back. That's what I was getting from the very beginning with the image of the car, like the message. So group number 1, to me, this feels like love, but it doesn't have to be love. It could be anything that brings you joy, something beautiful that you've been wanting for a long time that is coming back. It's coming back, or it's coming back around, or it's becoming a reality in your life after years of not having that there. And it feels like a relief. It feels like if you've been struggling with mental health, it's like a relief from that. It's a healing from that. If you've been struggling with karmic negative relationships, this is going to see you having this inner union that brings in an outer union that's very divinely aligned and super healthy. If this is not having the money or the resources you need, or not having success in the career directions you were trying to pursue, this is you actually being able to succeed in those things and follow through and see them, actually blossom and bloom into something real and tangible. So, whatever it happens to be, it's very positive. It's a really good portent here. And I see a lot of transformation going on and things coming full circle, things coming back around, and you actually getting the payoff for all of this work that you've been doing over these years. Even if you didn't really tend to these seeds, like it says in the card, they still blossomed and they're ready for you to enjoy. And you do deserve that, because it's something about karma weighing out here, balancing out in your favor. Yeah. All right, group number, no, they told me get charms. What? It's already at 27 minutes, Spirit. Okay, they said you said we have free reign in this reading, and I did say that. So okay, that's what we're gonna do then. Okay, so group number 1, what's the charms, Spirit? I just gotta laugh, Heart. I was feeling love. I think for some of you, this is going to be love. And you'll know if that message is for you, because I was seeing the heart here. It says keep some room in your heart. Yeah, it feels like romance. So could be love. I knew the strawberries were going to come out. I knew that there was going to be a reference to strawberries again here, because I was noticing them so clearly. And when Spirit has me notice things, it's not like I'm just seeing it with my eyes. It's kind of like it inflates, it gets bigger, it gets more vibrant, it zooms in on it. It's like very hard for me to miss when Spirit shows me something. Best quality. Yeah, it's like the best quality thing that you've been wanting all this time. Okay, you have this red moon, crescent moon. I've never seen this one before. It hasn't come out. And I want to put it over here on the Queen of Materials. They just gave me they said, in the dark of night, the seeds bloom. In the morning, you enjoy the beauty. Yeah, I keep getting this feeling of like you weren't looking, and then something happened. It's like you were focusing on something else. And this thing that you set into motion years ago is coming back around. And in the most beautiful, magical, synchronistic way. It feels very divinely, very, very divinely guided, very fated or destined. I mean, that's what the Wheel of Fortune talks about too. And I was seeing the cycles of the moon in the Wheel of Fortune card, and you've got the moon here. So deep emotions and like these cycles of life. You also have the cloud, white cloud. Oh, right. The umbrella. And they're playing that song again. We've been through worse weather. Yeah, it's like you're weathering whatever because you now have the tools. Oh my God. And I said tools like a split second before I looked down and saw the tools here. You've got, oh, look at that. They're tied together. How the heck did that happen? What? Those are two completely separate charms that have somehow tied themselves together. Okay. This is talking about union. You had the union card. Sacred union. That's what I'm feeling like. It is love related for a lot of you here, if that resonates. So the chainsaw, or not chainsaw, what is that called? The hacksaw and the shoe. So first of all, you have the tools to be able to deal with something now, and you're going to see the product of that come to fruition. But I think with these two, there they fell apart here. So with these two coming out like that, linked up, I feel like you're cutting yourself free from the chains of the past. You could be ending old relationships. I think for some of you, this is like you're getting, cutting away the ball and chain. Yeah, I just got that message. Cutting away the ball and chain, getting free from old karma, old karmic relationships, or old karma in general. But specifically because, to be fair, reminds me of the Justice card. If you are going through a divorce, this is like Spirit letting you know that you're freeing yourself karmically from these chains, and you're able to take steps forward into your destiny, is what I just heard. Now, the other message I was getting from these two being connected is that there's one person who's very practical, very hardworking, very sort of hands-on, and then there's another person who is very, it's basically like masculine and feminine, okay, without stereotyping things, but like kind of, right? It's like masculine, feminine, and that's what I'm seeing is like the two coming together and building something beautiful, something that is going to be really long lasting. You have another tool here, the wrench. So adjustments required is what I heard. Adjustments are required. So you're making you're like fine tuning, tightening things up. Yeah. I want to put it on after the rain. Yeah. I think the silver lining to some of the struggles you may have been through, group number one, is that you're able to fix things now. It's like you know how to handle it. You have the tools. So it's like you can trust yourself. You have confidence in yourself that you're not going to make those same mistakes, or that you're not going to be put in that same position you were in the past, because you know how to handle this now. And then you have the giraffe as well. So I feel like you have a lot more perspective than you ever did in the past. And this is also talking to me about seeing into the past as well. It's like you've grown up so much, and now you can see clearly what you couldn't see before because you were at sort of like a lower level of consciousness in the past. Yeah, you're walking through this and your head is held high. Like if you had to walk through that valley of self-confidence or self-esteem, you would walk through it with your head held high, and the eyes of the sphinxes would not open one crack. They would stay completely closed because you have no doubt in your heart that you are worthy, group number one. That's what it feels like. Confidence, like deep soul level confidence in yourself, your ability to free yourself when you need to, your ability to create wealth in your life. It's just like deep inner security, and you're going to get all these blessings that really come from that because the outside mirrors the inside. So yeah, that's what I see for you, group number one. Something from the past is coming back around in a really beautiful way, and it's going to bless your life. Things are balancing out karmically for you. You're being freed from chains of the past, and you're stepping into a whole new fresh cycle where you're going to feel so much happier with yourself and with what you are able to create. So I'm really happy to report this message. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to do so, to be the conduit through which these messages are delivered in divine timing to the amazing souls that are drawn to this channel. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for your support of my work here on the channel through the various ways that you do. Some people send in cards, charms, things like that. You guys donate. Thank you. Some of you guys send super chats. I really appreciate that. That does help me out a lot. Some of you guys just send love and like happy comments and loving energy, and I feel that because I'm so sensitive. So thank you. That makes a huge big difference as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys and appreciate you. And and if you want to work with me one-on-one, I don't do like personal readings in the conventional sense, but I am a spiritual mentor, and we can do readings as part of the mentorship if that is conducive to your spiritual growth. All right. And all the links and everything are in the description box below. Okay. I'll stop now. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the image here of this like interesting wheel. I don't remember what the prompt was for this one, but it's like, it's some kind of like a codex is what it looks like to me. Like it's some kind of an ancient wheel. It's got a lot of symbols on it. It also kind of reminds me of a compass, like maybe it's giving you coding to help point you in the right direction, or it's like a timekeeper or something like that. So I'm kind of already starting to feel like Spirit wants to talk to you today about decoding things, or like being able to read between the lines on something is kind of the sense I'm getting. And then from that, you're able to find this new direction. I'm seeing like unlocking clues. Yeah, they're showing me clairvoyantly in my mind. They're showing me like an Inspector Gadget looking person wearing a trench coat and like having a magnifying glass. It's like a detective. Yes, exactly. So I feel like this is the message they want to talk about, is being a detective. But let's get more information. We're going to start with the Muse Tarot. And then we'll get some Oracle and also some charms, because we did that in group 1. I did see just 111 there on the recording time. 4 of Voices. Okay. I haven't seen this card come out from this deck yet. It's beautiful. 4 of Swords. Okay. So I'm seeing that like getting into a relaxed state. Okay. Getting into a relaxed state is going to open your eyes to something, and you're going to see some door. Do you see that little tiny door? You're going to see a door that you didn't see before. You're going to see a door that you didn't see before, and you're going to be able to walk through that. So there's something about finding your way. No way. Yeah, the eyes and the door, you see? Holy crap. 3 Voices. Yeah, so you're going to be able to see what you didn't see before. See how she doesn't see that? Because she's in a tense state. She's like closed off. She's not looking for those clues. She feels vulnerable. She's naked, but she's like right in front of this door. Right? But she's just not seeing it because she's in pain. She's, there's tears coming out of these eyes. She's in pain. So it's like when you relax and you heal and you recover, the clarity is there to be able to see the door, but it's like you're not even really concerned about it. You're like, oh, I see the door over there. I'll go through it when I'm ready. Instead of being like, I'm trapped on the outside, I can't get through, and then giving up hope or succumbing to that feeling of like hopelessness or despair. Whoa, okay, what is this? It's very much about seeing clues. Muse of Materials. It's like a lot to do with transition and portals, like this one walking across the bridge into this new sort of reality, and I was seeing the doors there so clearly. So there's something about like getting to the other side of a situation, or going through this portal out of pain and into peace. 8 of Materials could have to do with health. Specifically, I'm getting health. Yeah, being able to grow and heal after a period of pain that kept you feeling stuck or trapped. Oh, okay. Knight of Materials. All of these materials cards. I mean, it could have to do with money, but specifically I'm getting health here. Like that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm feeling. It's health related. Knight of Voices, 2 knights right back to back as well. And it was 411 on the recording time when I was holding this up. So that's like an activation code. Anytime I see a number with 2 1s after it, or sometimes before, but usually it's after it, like 411, 211, 311, that's indication that there's an activation going on. And it's usually a collective activation, but like I see them a lot. So it's like something's unlocking. You're being given access codes. Oh, yes, right. Access codes to get through the door. And that's the image of the thing that you guys chose was like that codex. It's like the access code to get through the door. And they're being delivered. Pegasus could be significant. There's codes there for those who know. Moving towards healing and growth. Yeah, okay. There's 3 more from that deck that they want me to look at. But I was seeing the like the sacred geometry pattern here in the succulent plant. So there's something about, oh right, and it was the circle that you guys chose. It was like that. So something about, oh, they just said the wheel of time. Squares, or not squares, rectangles, like the shape of the rectangular doors, and they're showing me the circular portals. Something about sacred geometry. That's what I mean. Like this reading is very coded. This reading is very coded for you, group number 2. So that's why Spirit is talking to you about this, and they want to bring it up and bring your attention to these codes so that you can start playing detective here and unlocking things. I thought I was going to be able to fit more here, but no. 2 of voices. More doorways. Yeah, there was something. You see how they're blindfolded. There was something that you weren't seeing before, but she's seeing with her eyes closed in this image. So I feel like you can like meditate on it and decode it at a higher consciousness level, and then from that you're able to unlock things and see the way forward, and then you're able to move through the portal. You're able to move through the door. The Magician. Okay. And the Queen of Emotions. The key is in your emotions, they just said. But I was kind of getting like relaxation. Yeah, the key is to relax. Relaxing your mind, relaxing your body. You see how she's in like a spa? She's like chilling out in this hot tub with flower petals. Very relaxing. It's that's somehow calms down the body, calms down the mind, and then it unlocks codes for you. So getting into a relaxed state helps you manifest, helps you create. It helps you unlock this coding at a physio spiritual level is kind of what it feels like. It's like the soul and the body merged as one. Yin, yeah, getting into receptive mode. That's exactly what the 4 of Swords, the first card there, was really talking about. Getting into yin energy, being able to relax. Look at the bowl of water too. The water feels significant. I was getting like taking a spiritual bath, taking a sacred healing bath of some kind, or maybe going to yeah, I was going to say like going to a spring or hot spring or something like that, but it doesn't have to be like that extreme. You could literally just do this in your bathtub, but it's like getting yourself relaxed. Queen of Emotions is to do with water too. So getting into the water somehow, relaxing your body. It's like clearing out or purging the mind from pain, and it's helping your body to heal. Sacred healing waters. Yeah, they just said it again. Sacred healing waters, manifesting purification, and as a result, health. And it's like, because your body is relaxed, your mind is able to see more clearly. The blindfold is taken off. You were between the worlds before, group number 2, and you were kind of like stuck in limbo, not seeing things clearly, possibly in this like matrix of suffering in the mind. And the emotional body was all jammed up, and then the physical body started to suffer, and then it just contributed to the problem. So it's like you need now to get into yin energy to heal the physical body, relax the body, so the mind can also open up and relax. And then as a result, your spirit can flow more easily through you. That unlocks your access point. That's like the doorway between the worlds. Like it's this portal between the worlds. It does feel like mediumship to me. Yeah, it feels like mediumship, blessed. I don't know, is she a mermaid, or is she a fairy, or is she like, what is she? 22. 2322. Anyway, it's like coming into balance with these parts of yourself is kind of what I'm seeing. Treasure Island. There's going to be treasure unlocked. You're going to find, it's like they keep showing me, what is that movie with Nicolas Cage, and he like unlocks this like codex thingy. Wait, am I thinking of the right one? Something about like the Charter of Independence or whatever it's called. I don't remember what that thing's called. Or am I talking about something else like the Da Vinci Code? No, that's Tom Hanks. Anyway, there's something about like codexes and unlocking things and like decoding things and finding, it's like solving riddles almost, but it's like you're unlocking treasure, you're treasure hunting on some level, you're unlocking these blessings, and they lie between the worlds, and that's why you need to relax the mind and get into this receptive psychic state to be able to receive these things. But you got to relax the body to be able to do that, because I can tell you firsthand, if the body's not relaxed, the mind is not relaxed, and if the mind is not relaxed, you can't access those higher realms very well. It will be distorted. It will be gray where it needs to be technicolor, So there's something about, like healing the body, and that opens things up. You have Temple of the Rose, Ancient Power, Expression, Activation, and Scarlet Codes. Codes! I'm telling you, that's what I was getting from the very beginning. 1212 on the recording time. 1212 is a DNA activation code, y'all. Okay, so why did I just say y'all? I'm from Canada. We do not say y'all here. That just channeled out of me. So maybe somebody is tapping into Southern codes, something about Southern. This is all coded. This reading is just so freaking loaded up with codes, you guys. And if you know how to decode, if you know how to work with spirit in this way, you'll be able to unlock these things. And if you can't do it right now, you'll be able to do it at some point in the future. Trust the seasons. I was literally just saying, like sometime in the future. Embracing change, cycles of life, transition, and growth. Yeah, you've been between the worlds, and you're going into this new cycle. You're walking through this portal, and it's because you're being activated. Like these codes inside you are being activated. You're healing. Yeah, I just see a lot of growth. Okay, I do feel those too. The Anointed, answer the call. Oops, there we go. Answer the call, leadership, empowerment, and soul gifts. Okay, for those of you who were drawn to this group who don't have psychic abilities turned on yet, this is what Spirit is talking about. It's like you're going to be activating your psychic abilities. And you're going to do that by relaxing your body and getting into a calm mental state, and then being able to open up to the divine and to connect to your own inner power. Because it's not like you're connecting to a power outside of yourself when you're doing anything psychic. You're just becoming more of yourself. You're just getting rid of the tension that caused you to not be able to feel everything that's there. That's what being psychic is that you're like so open and relaxed because you're able to be connected to everything and feel it, but also trust yourself to be able to regulate that, not get overwhelmed. But there's something here about that, like unlocking these psychic gifts and being able to manifest is going to be a part of that. Manifesting healing, manifesting wealth possibly, or manifesting like different timelines that you're opening up, or different gifts and skills at soul level that you're accessing. That's the Treasure Island energy too. And for those of you who already have your psychic gifts online, they're really, really, really going to enhance when you can spend specific time in relaxation, especially in water. They've said that. Okay, the bloom, creations realized, right time, harvest, and celebrate. Okay, they're playing the song in my head. We are family. Something, something, something with me. It could be connecting with your soul family, answering the call, stepping into a leadership position. It's the right time for something, because it's the right time for you to walk through this door or to open up this this timeline potential or something like that. That's what it feels like. That's the sense I'm getting. Coding. Replace fear of the unknown. Oh, yeah, dark transformation with the dragonfly. I do get a lot of psychic energy from dragonflies too. So I feel like you're going through a psychic activation, group number 2, and you're going to be getting a lot of coding that awakens that, whether it's number coding or symbolism coding, or your DNA is being unlocked. The coding in your DNA is coming online. It's a lot. And they're saying replace fear of the unknown with this ability to embrace your natural expression and this ancient power that lives within you. It's not something outside of you. It is you. And, tapping into your psychic abilities is really just becoming more of who you really are. Because that's what you are at soul level. And we just forget that when we come into this reality, because we go through the time warp. Let's do the time warp. Okay, why are they giving me all these songs? But it's like we go through the veil of forgetting and we enter into the time matrix, and we get distorted on that level, not always in a bad way, but distortion is distortion. And this is kind of like dark. Down here is being in the dark. Being in soul, you feel and see not everything, but like a lot more. And so when we can tap back into that and unlock that within our DNA, turn those codes back on to get back into our power and to start seeing and feeling and sensing and knowing again, it's just like a whole new world opens up. And that's what I'm seeing, is like opening these doors, getting you through into this timeline where you are more empowered in your spiritual truth. And really, truly embodying that. Never doubt your instinct. This is very body related. And I've talked about this before in other readings. When we're talking about psychic abilities, I really correlate that highly with the body. It's not so much the mind. A lot of it is instinct through the body. And a lot of it's because all of it's coded in the DNA. If your body doesn't feel safe, your mind doesn't feel safe, you can't connect psychically. So you have to start from the ground up. Get rooted, get grounded, heal the body, calm it down. Relax the nervous system, create safety through inner security, healthy boundaries, psychic boundaries, proper cleansing rituals and routines, physically and also spiritually. So there's so much that I've been teaching this for years, one-on-one with clients in mentorship. And I've been talking about this for years on this channel and my previous channel. So yeah, sorry, I kicked the camera a little bit ago. But anyways, I feel like some of you who were drawn to this reading have had some resistance to unlocking your psychic abilities. Because I'm getting like this, don't fear the darkness, don't fear, not the darkness, but like don't fear unlocking this aspect of you that is unknown to you. And that's what I mean by the darkness. But also don't fear the darkness, because when you open up your psychic abilities, you will see some dark stuff too. It's not all light and bright. There are astral entities, there are demons, there are things like that we don't want to see and that are scary. But that's why when you do this in a relaxed state, you're not in a state of fear. And so you won't attract that. And if it shows up, you're calm and relaxed to be able to handle it and to say, no, you can't come here. And no, I'm in my power. And, there's a process to this stuff. But and if you don't feel ready yet, get a guide. The word guide really stood out to me. And handle with care. You need somebody to teach you how to do this with care if you're not in this position to feel comfortable with it yet. I think for some of you in this reading, you're very good at this already. And Spirit is just calling your attention to the delicacy of this next level of coding that you're unlocking within your DNA, and how big of a transition this is going to be in terms of your psychic potential. Like big level ups here is what I'm seeing. Fragile. Create the future. And I was just I touched the Magician card, which is about creation and manifestation. So there's something that was or is fragile, and that's why it needs tending to. It's like emotions, the mind, some aspect of the mind has been fragile, and it needs some tender loving care to help to heal that. Masculine, feminine polarity, the word men here stood out, and we've got yin, which is feminine. So, yeah, I feel like this group, you're healing your psychic connection to your body and to the divine. And that's going to help you break free from some kind of limitation that you were in before, especially at the mind or the physical level. If it was like a physical illness or a mental illness that affects the body, which can definitely be the case, right? I know that firsthand, like struggling with ADHD, depression, anxiety, that really takes a toll on the body. You know, it trashes the immune system. It can like really wreck your intestines and like digestive tract. Yeah, it's like a whole host of migraines, muscle tension, like the whole nine. Okay, I feel those 2 cards for you guys. So I'm feeling like physical healing through relaxation. Like I keep saying it, but that's really what strongly I'm getting here. Oh, the flowers are blooming. Group number 1 just had this too. But anyway, you have the bloom. So it feels like this is just direct confirmation that you guys are going through a blooming period right now. You're about to really heal, level up, unlock some codes within yourself. And it's like the instinct of the flower is to bloom. The flower doesn't fear blooming because it's in its coding, it's in its DNA, it's in the blueprint of the seed. I did a reading months ago, and it was about like the blueprint of the seed. If you guys come across that one, you might want to watch it. I'll try to find it if I can remember and link it in the description. But anyway, the seeds you planted long ago are now blossoming. You may have been tending to them diligently all this time, or you may have forgotten what you planted. Either way, the flowers are ready to be enjoyed now. So there's something blooming and you're unlocking these doors. Okay, what is this? There's time to spare. Oh, I like that. Goes really nicely with that 4 of voices. It's like there's time to relax. There's time to heal. There's time. At this point in your life, you can get away with slowing down and relaxing your approach. The fates are moving and reordering things beyond your control and scope of vision. Relax and have faith. All will turn out well in due time. Okay, so, wow, yeah. Group 2, I feel like you're being given some divine grace here. Some divine grace to slow down, rest, heal. They just took me back to the anointed. They said anointed in my head, and then my hand touched it and I looked down and it's like, yeah, the anointed. You're being anointed here with some like healing gifts is what I just heard. Healing gifts that are coming from the spirit realm to help you to reconnect to your own natural body's ability to heal the mind, body, soul connection. And that's what's creating this blooming, unlocking these codes and getting you out of fear and the distortions of the mind that were keeping you stuck there. And then from that, there's like blessings and treasure and growth and like all of these really, really good things and manifesting your reality more confidently. So yeah, that's really what I'm seeing. Let's get some charms. Oh, look, you got the little carriage, little pumpkin carriage, reminds me of Cinderella. So it's like fairy godmother type of energy, manifesting, waving the magic wand, bibbity bobbity boo, and like here you are, this treasure island unlocks and the codex unlocks and you're like national treasure. That's the movie. Thank you, Spirit. They just told me it. National Treasure. That was the one with Nicolas Cage, and then the other one with Tom Hanks is the Da Vinci Code. Yeah, both of those are relevant here. But anyway, there's something unlocking and it's like this treasure that you're going to find. And look, you've got the key. See? So you're like opening these doors, you're unlocking things, you're moving into these new timelines. Because time really stood out to me there. So yeah, you're unlocking different, better, more abundant timelines for yourself. You got the cat in autumn. I did just hear Japan. Japan could be significant. Dragon codes. Yeah, dragon codes are connected to the DNA. This is also the year of the dragon. They just reminded me of that. Right. Yes, year of the dragon. So this is all about abundance and treasure and unlocking wealth as well. So I want to put it on bloom. Yeah, I feel like this is like the year of the dragon is going to be your year to bloom, group number 2. You're going to see a lot of beauty come from that. You've got the live, laugh, love charm too. And I want to put it on the flowers are blooming. So I feel like that's what you're going to see bloom in your life is more laughter, more life force energy, more love, more health, healing, more spiritual connection to the divine. You've got the lotus. Yeah, you're unlocking these codes within the soul. That's what this is. And you're leveling up your psychic abilities. You are blooming again. The lotus is blooming, but it's like the 1,000-petaled lotus. The crown chakra could be significant because I just intuitively put it here on this one right above her head. So crown chakra or soul star chakra could be significant here. Yeah. The anointings were usually done on the forehead, which is the third eye. So yeah, there's a upper chakra activations here, very spiritual, high level. But I also see this charm being connected to the root chakra, the little red triangle. Oh, weren't we talking about square, like geometry before? Circles, triangles, squares, rectangles. Yeah, there's something about sacred geometry. There's coding in that. That's unlocking. I just saw Kali here. Kali from the Eight of Materials. I know that's not actually Kali, but the many arms just looked like Kali. Okay. Red cube technology, like the negative stuff that was keeping you in the darkness and in the disconnect from your soul's power is what I'm hearing, and keeping you in like the black and white matrix or the grayscale. I heard, yeah, grayscale came up in a client session recently and I wasn't sure what it was, but it's like something about being like stuck in the depression zone almost. Yeah. But anyway, there's something about the root chakra, the DNA that's activating, it's unlocking these codes. And it's time, like it's due time. It's pointing due north. There's like, it's faded. Oh, look, you've got the, it's like a stained glass sort of moon type. Yeah. Want to put it on the fates are moving, like right on that line. So it's like all of these different fractals are coming together and unlocking. They just showed me again the key here in this one. You got the key here too. So these codes are unlocking things for you. That's really it. And fragile things are being put back together. They just showed me the word fragile and then the stained glass where it's like all fitted back together again. So you're like recalling parts of your soul that were fragmented off into these different split realities through pain and suffering and like programs of that kind of thing that separates the soul from the self, that limits your power and cuts you off. So like a lot of people who struggle with psychic abilities, it's because there's like fragments of the soul that were cut off in previous lifetimes because of severe pain and suffering or trauma. And usually it was around being persecuted for having these gifts, you know, like burned at the stake, drowned, stabbed, like ostracized, run out of town, told that you're the devil or like a witch or something. This is like light worker persecution imprint kind of stuff that we're talking about here, but it can go even worse than that. Like, I won't go into that here, but like there's so much crap that I've seen over the years, you know, working in the Akash. It's, yeah. But they don't want you to fear that anymore. It's like you've been there, done that. It's not going to repeat in that way anymore because fate is working in your favor. You've got the awareness now. You're able to move out of that. You're able to heal it. You're recovering physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and you're putting the pieces back together, unlocking these codes of personal empowerment, healing distortions, freeing yourself, moving out of those old timelines that were keeping you stuck, and really being able to see beyond what was physically there. You know, you're now seeing and creating, which is the most important thing. You're not just seeing your reality and letting that dictate what you experience. You're creating actively your reality because you have these codes unlocked and it's expanding your awareness. Boom. big up levels for you, group number 2. Love to see that. So keep playing detective and decoding those symbols and synchronicities and codes from the divine, however they send them to you. I know for me, I like to keep a synchronicities journal, and I write down all of the repeating themes that they show me, and I try to start decoding them. And sometimes I don't decode them for years, and then it makes sense later. Sometimes I get it right away. It really depends. So I'm encouraging you, or Spirit is rather encouraging you to do that as well, and to relax, because that'll help the whole process along. Okay, if you guys need any help with this kind of thing, I am a spiritual mentor specializing in karmic clearing, soul retrieval, energetic healing, psychic and intuitive development, all of that good stuff. So if you need help or a guide to walk you through this process, you can find my mentorship sessions through the link to my website in the description box below. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I see for you, group number 2. This is so powerful. I can't believe it. And you're just really magnificently blooming. So congratulations, group number 2. Huge blessings await as you unlock these soul codes. I'm sending you guys so much love and coding from these readings to help this process along for your greatest and highest good, and the greatest and highest good of all, always. Thank you guys so much for supporting my work here on the channel. Thank you to Spirit for delivering these messages to us through me to you in this divine alignment. Thank you for sending in decks, donations, cards, charms through the Amazon wishlist in the description box below. Thank you for the super chats. I've seen people sending little super chat thank yous. Thank you for that. Those donations really do help sustain my work here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for sending love and happy comments. Thank you for hitting the like button. If you've subscribed, thank you for sticking around. And if you're a member here on the channel, thank you for supporting my work there. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'm sending you so much love. We'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right, hi group number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the image of the guy standing on this interesting shape, and he looks like a superhero. He's about to jump off. I don't remember what the prompt was specifically for this image because I created it a while ago, but I think it was something to do with a leap of faith, or somebody about to do something empowering for themselves in a way that did require some kind of an act of faith. So I feel like Spirit wants to talk to you about your personal power today and doing something that maybe you felt before was impossible. And with the help of the divine, or with this inner confidence or inner strength that you have, you are taking that leap and you're going to see some results. So let's get some information from the tarot. Okay, so we have the Hanged Muse, the Hanged Man. And it's interesting because you know that moment right before you're about to jump off of something high where it's like your mind is telling you to do it, but your body is like, how about no? And it's like you kind of freeze for a minute. That's the feeling I just got from the Hanged Man here, the Hanged Muse. I love cliff jumping. I used to go cliff jumping all the time as a kid and as a teenager. Not like super high, like maybe 20-30 feet at the most as a teenager, but like when you're looking down, that water looks awfully far away when you're 20 feet up. And it's like your body just is like, nope, we're not doing that. And it takes a minute to kind of just work up the courage to jump. You know you're going to be safe, right? Like I'd done it a million times. I knew what I was doing, but it's like there's still that resistance. There's still that instinct of like, no, let's not do that. But it's like something about that. It's like the divine has got you here. It's like you are very, very protected, divinely protected. But there's still that fear. Yeah, the 9 of Voices. That's what I mean. It's like that fear, or that instinct of self-protection, that survival mechanism that says no, even when it's going to be fun or there's something good that's going to come out of it. You know, and these two energies can also talk about not taking action. Like the 9 of Swords is a nighttime energy. The Hanged Man or the Hanged Muse is like a temporary standstill. And that's kind of the vibe I was getting from your image as well. It's like on the verge of something, but not actually going yet. So I think that's facing this fear. I think you're being given the opportunity to feel this fear and then do it anyway. Yeah, 10 of Voices, because you're going to overcome this fear. You're going to conquer it. You're going to be able to move on from that challenge, like move through that challenge. Yeah, I just keep hearing the phrase, feel the fear and do it anyway. Group number 3, feel the fear and do it anyway. You've got the Hermit in reverse, coming out of your shell, being confident, taking this leap of faith may be to do with putting yourself out there and being seen, sharing your gifts, speaking your truth, embodying what you believe. Something like that feels significant, because the Hermit in reverse here feels like you're meant to put yourself out there, is what it feels like. Put yourself out there. 10 of emotions, and it's going to result in something that you're going to love. Like the whole reason we went cliff jumping as teenagers was because it was fun. Like it's fun, and it gave us something to do, and we all connected and bonded over it because we were all doing something that was scary, but we were doing it together, and it's like there's something about togetherness here. So I think that this leap of faith is going to call you out of your comfort zone. If you're more of an introvert, if you're more shy, if you're more comfortable being sort of like behind the scenes or not recognized or integrated into large groups, I feel like you're actually being called to step out of that comfort zone and to put yourself out there. Ace of inspiration, especially in regard to some kind of creative project or creative expression. So it feels like this is really a call to action in terms of you doing something that you like. No, not just that you like. Let me correct that. Something that you love, group number 3, because the Ace of inspiration is like that desire to jump because it's going to be fun. So I feel like this is a creative project, something that maybe, I saw 444 on the recording time. Yeah, something that maybe you've wanted for a long time, and you've maybe been building this foundation, but now you're scared to take it to the next level, or maybe it's something you've never done before, but you want to, and you're feeling that passionate pull, but there's kind of like, there's some fear that you need to move through or that you need to get over first. Yeah. 4, I was just saying, like I saw 444, and now here we have 4 to confirm it. And the 4s are about stability. So I feel like the fear here is like, if I take this leap of faith, am I going to be stable? Am I going to have the security I need? Am I going to fall, or am I going to fly? Something like that, It's definitely you being called out of your comfort zone, group 3. The Mystic Rose, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. Could be like an act of service that you're being called to. I'm getting a lot of desert energy, like the Hermit here is in the desert. We've got a cactus here in the Ace of Wands, and then the camel in the 4 of materials. So there's something about the desert that they keep drawing my attention to it. Maybe you've been learning about how to have compassion for yourself, because the desert can have, it's like it lacks water. Water is emotion. Compassion I associate with that too. So maybe there's like some emotional inner neglect that you are healing yourself from. The reunion, soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, and friendship. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like the example I was shown, or the example that Spirit was bringing to mind was when I used to go cliff jumping, and it was always with like a bunch of friends, it would be like 5, 6, or 7 of us. We'd all plan to go to this particular location on this day, and we'd spend the entire day there, and it would be so much fun. So there's something about like 11th house, friends, groups, collaborations, networks, being with people. It's the opposite of the Hermit sitting alone in the desert, and it's literally like sand and dryness, no water, versus like water. So they keep talking about like jumping into the water, reuniting with the people who are going to bring you this emotional fulfillment of the 10 of Cups here, really like getting into community again, especially if you've been in this sort of in-between phase, or this stagnant phase where you haven't really been connecting with people. Healing the mother line. Whoa, healing ancestral work, mother line, and growing up. Whoa. And on the bottom, we have the Mother Rose. Yeah, lots to do with mother and returning to each other. You have the reunion card and the returning to each other, and compassion again. Whoa, compassion and humanity, compassion and humanity. You see both. Both of these. Okay. Underneath that, we have protection, boundaries, and clear communication with the thorn. So, like, let's say, for example, there's a mother wound around connecting to groups of people because maybe you felt fear of rejection or emotional conflict was something you avoided, or maybe you were in groups of people or grew up in a family where there was a lot of emotional wounding and sensitivity. And then that bred a lot of fear around opening up emotionally, connecting, bonding with people, feeling a sense of belonging, community, really connecting to your humanity, trusting people, being able to actually connect with people on that deep emotional level is kind of what I'm seeing here. And it's like you're healing some of that wounding of distrust, separation, disconnection, possibly even self-esteem wounds in the mother line. And doing it through compassion for yourself, having compassion that it's like, again, feeling the fear, having compassion for yourself in that emotion, but not letting that stop you. Embrace the journey, not letting that stop you. You're embracing that you're going to go for it. You're on the verge. Maybe you're going to feel that fear and you're going to hesitate, but you're still going to jump. It's just, you got to like give yourself a second, work up the courage, and you're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to put yourself out there. You're going to put your idea out there. You're going to take action on it. You're going to build it. You're going to work with people. You're connecting more with people who you love. You are, and who love you too, by the way. Like, I'm seeing people really loving and appreciate you coming out of your shell. I see you reuniting with divine soul family, soul tribe, like people who are part of your highest divine tribe, Legacy. That just really stood out there. Legacy. What does it say? Leave a legacy for those who follow and the world. Yeah, there's something about like coming out in the world, being visible, leaving doing something important that you're passionate about, that you love, connecting with people, doing it in a like a tribal type of way almost. And healing and leaving healing as your legacy in the mother line too, right? Like if you heal and remother yourself, then that fear or that disconnection doesn't carry forward into isolating yourself or separating from others, or even just like, even if you're physically with them, feeling isolated or feeling alone, right? It's like healing that within yourself allows you to truly open up, truly connect on a very authentic level that is reciprocated and is mutually beneficial. Everyone benefits from those types of relationships where the walls come down. The boundaries are there because the boundaries are for the self and interpersonal, and they're respected by healthy people. Boundaries help us love each other in the way that we need. But the walls come down, the barriers come down, the barbed wire comes down, and people are actually able to connect with you, and you're able to connect with them and not fear that you're going to get stabbed in the back, or that you are going to be deceived, or that you're going to be left to hang out to dry or something like that. Left out in the desert. That's what they're showing me. It's like somebody may have, like, the metaphor they're giving me is like somebody driving you out to the desert and leaving you there. So like abandonment wounds, needing to fend for yourself, hyper independence, feeling isolated alone. Like those are some of the wounds that may lie in the mother's line of the family and within yourself. And it's like you're healing that, group number 3. You're healing that by feeling those emotions, having compassion for yourself, and then doing this anyway, because you're being called into some kind of a greater purpose here. And it's not just about what you're meant to create or what you're meant to do. It's like the reason you need to do it is because it's going to heal this and create a new legacy in the DNA. It's like you're a cycle breaker, basically. You're cycle breaking this pattern around self-isolation or emotional disconnection. Hold tight and pretend it's a plan. embrace the journey. It's like you don't have to have it all figured out. Just take the leap because you're called to. Hold tight and pretend it's a plan. Yeah, just go for it is what it feels like. Just go for it. Be original. This has so much to do with your authenticity, group number 3. It's very much about you feeling confident in yourself to be able to be fully authentic and to wear your heart on your sleeve. And you can still protect yourself. You can still set those healthy boundaries, but you're not hiding anymore. You're not holding back. You're not resisting the natural expression of who you are and what you want to do. I just got a random message that some of you may be changing up your look. You may be changing your hairstyle, or because I was seeing like getting a haircut. Maybe changing up your style, something that feels more authentic or gives you confidence, or a new look that really reflects how you feel. Yeah, something about that. Oh, right. The hair has to do with the DNA, and the DNA is connected to the, those two, the family line. On the bottom here, I felt compelled to look at it. It says the path forward is clear and the doors are now open. What was once blocked is now cleared. Once the doors were locked, but now they're wide open for you. So something is opening for you. And we did have a door here in this card too. Yeah. See, it was closed and now it's open. And that's why you're being given the go-ahead to take this leap of faith and to embrace the journey. Like, just go for it. This or that. You've got a choice between two options, and not choosing isn't one of them. Sometimes deciding can help us to decide. So what I meant by that when I was channeling this information when it came through, sometimes deciding can help us to decide. What they were showing me is that sometimes, when you flip a coin and you don't know whether you want it to be heads or tails. When it lands on heads, it's like in that moment, you're a little disappointed and you're like, oh, I realized in that moment that I wanted tails. It's kind of like by choosing, you see which choice was really for you, and then you can choose that. So it's like you've got some choices to make here. And I think that's why you've kind of been in limbo a little bit and struggling with some of this fear around doing whatever this thing is. But I think deep down, you already know what you want, group number 3. You already know what you want. And if you don't think that you do, I guarantee you by choosing what you don't want, you will realize what you do want. So either way, you can't mess it up, because even if you choose what you don't want, you can correct it. And that pathway, that door will open, and you will go down that path that's aligned with you. Oh, wow. You are about to level up big time. You are just on the verge of outgrowing your old situation. As your new self emerges, your life will begin to change as a result. That's what I'm really getting here, is like you are changing as a person. That's why I was getting like you might be getting a haircut or changing your style or the way that you express yourself physically in that way, because this is like a whole new version of you. You're coming out of the closet, maybe literally, for some. If this is sexual, you may be coming out of hiding in terms of just like suppressing certain aspects of your personality to try and fit in. Maybe you're letting your freak flag fly or something like that, right? It's like you're just not hiding any of your natural uniqueness anymore. The unicorn is one of a kind, right? So this is you being able to fully express yourself without fear of rejection or abandonment or criticism or anything like that really was part of the old wound. So I see you really kind of getting out of your own way here and expanding, exchanging gifts. I do feel like you're going to be working with a lot of other people. So like colleagues, associates, friends. I'm seeing a lot here to do with really exchanging with other people, family even too, right? It's like you're able, where am I going to put this? I don't know, here. You're able to connect with people and to share, and it's mutually beneficial for both people. loyal heart. You're going to rediscover that there are loyal people in this world, and that's going to help you to heal some of these wounds that were in the mother line around abandonment or disconnection or fear of putting yourself out there, being authentic. Whoa, this card flipped back over. Look at that. It's the tribe. I knew it. I was getting it. Yeah. Yep. You are going to connect to the right people at the right time, group number 3. And Spirit is calling you to level up yourself here and put yourself out there. Open your heart. Create these connections. Let these connections come in and find you by expressing your gifts, right? Exchanging gifts, creative expression with the Ace of Wands. Like, you are meant to build something, a stable foundation, a legacy. And it's going to manifest through other people. It's like you need these other people to to foster this level of growth. It's like pollinators. They were showing me butterflies, bees, hummingbirds, and flowers. It's mutually beneficial relationship. It's symbiotic, right? Both benefit from the exchange. One takes from the other takes from them, but they're both also giving at the same time. So it's not like a parasitic vampiric relationship, which may be connected to this wound, people taking from you and leaving you with nothing. It's like you're healing that, overcoming it, leveling up big time. And through that, you're able to not only be your authentic self, but also to get your needs met and supported by other people while you also support them. Yeah, mending, healing is so big here. This is what Spirit's really talking about. They said purifying the past, yeah. Healing that mother wound. Ancient archetypes, they said. Okay, so we're going to get charms as well. Yeah, see, there's the bee right away. I was just talking about butterflies, bees, hummingbirds. It's like the pollinators. Yeah, it's like there's mutually reciprocal beneficial relationships, and you're going to see a lot of loyalty in exchanging these gifts with people. It's going to be so healing for you. Look, you've got another butterfly here too. I was seeing the butterfly here, but you've got another one. So again, just more and more confirmation that there's these people out here who are going to be so loyal to you. You're going to be loyal to them. It's going to heal this wound in the heart, if that's where it has been. And it's going to help you to level up big time. You've got the plane, which talks to me about ascension. It can be about travel. I was seeing travel somewhere else. Where was it? Oh yeah, here. Randomly in the tribe card, do you see those like luggage boxes? And it says hotel. Yeah, I did see travel. So you're going to be traveling with your tribe, but you're going to be maybe traveling to meet your tribe if they live at a distance. So something about airplanes, ascension, can talk about timeline shifts as well, like going through into a higher timeline. That's what leveling up is all about. Yeah, so I'll put it there. Let's see, what is this? You've got the red and gold bear. Okay, I've never gotten this message from this charm before, but they showed me like a bear's head mounted on a wall. What is that about, Spirit? Oh, they said you're not going to be anybody's trophy kill. Okay, so yeah, this is very much about like old relationship wounds around like hunters don't respect the animal, right? They kill the animal for their own pride or glory or whatever, some like sick, twisted whatever they've confused themselves with, and then they hang it on the wall as like this victory thing, like I've got power over this thing. But true animal lovers that respect and honor the animal, they want to see it thrive, they want to help it, they want to make sure that it doesn't become endangered or doesn't suffer any pain. They want to help the habitat. So it's like finding the right people who really support you, where there's mutual reciprocal love. That's really what I'm seeing here. And you're not going to be anybody's trophy kill. Whoa, okay. Oof, yeah, you've got the, this always reminds me of citrine crystals, and that's like good luck, confidence, abundance, can be about money and wealth creation as well. So I feel like you're going to For some of you, this is going to be working on projects with many other people, groups of people, or finding a tribe that are kind of like on the same wavelength as you, that either help to increase your creative expression or encourage it, or you're actually working and collaborating with other people on projects. And it's going to lead to a lot of lucrativeness. So you're going to build and stack up some wealth here and create some kind of stability or security that helps you to level up. Okay, it's got a lot of words on it. Kind, free, true, strong, happy, thankful, brave, at peace, compassionate. Well, you've had the word compassion 3 times in your reading, group number 3. So Spirit's really talking about having compassion for yourself. And I want to put that here for some reason on this or that. So if you have a choice between different things, choose what's going to make you happy. Choose what you're going to be thankful for. Choose what requires you to be brave and strong, but will ultimately lead to your freedom and your peace. Yeah. Choose the sweet thing. You've got the little strawberry jar. Whoops. It's like strawberry jar. I want to put that on the Ace of Wands. It's like follow your desires. What do you want? What are you craving? What's very sweet for you? What do you enjoy doing? I'm seeing growth coming in there. You've got these 2 little sea creatures. So you've got the clamshell or oyster shell and then the starfish. So, okay, this one's talking to me about opening up. Yeah, it's like the hermit in reverse. Yeah, so you're going to be opening up. You might tight like a clamshell before. Now you're like, okay, I'm ready to connect. And the starfish is like regeneration, healing. It can also talk about releasing attachment. So especially since if there was like emotional or relationship wounds from the mother's lineage, this is about releasing and healing those attachments so that you don't repeat those patterns. Yeah, healing, mending. Oh, look at that. The love between a grandmother and granddaughter is forever. So they were talking about the mother's line. So the mother and the grandmother are significant here. The matriarchal line of the family is where this healing is taking place. Maybe it's taking place with those actual family members, connecting to them, feeling included, feeling a sense of, whoops. So I just like dropped it loudly. So maybe for some of you, that's not the case, like feeling disconnected from those family members. But for some of you, it will be the other, it's like this or that. It could be either or. I want to put it on Be Original. So I feel like you are overcoming fears of being original and authentic. And you have 2 matching green moons. Ooh. Okay, so I'm getting like mirroring energy here. I want to put it on Loyal Heart with like these 2 owls. So I'm getting counterparts, twins, mirroring people like your tribe. They're going to reflect you back to you very clearly. You're going to see the love and compassion that you develop within yourself mirrored back to you by these people. If you're a unicorn, you're going to find your unicorn tribe, group number 3, and it is going to be very emotionally fulfilling and a super healing bonding experience for you. And again, it's like so mutually beneficial because it's symbiotic. It may feel, okay, they're taking me back to hold tight and pretend it's a plan. It may feel a little bit like you're flying by the seat of your pants here, but Spirit is encouraging you to take this leap of faith, even though you don't see where it's going to lead you. They just want you to follow your fun. Follow your fun is what they just said. Like follow your passion, follow your heart. But they're showing me the Fruit Loops guy, Toucan Sam. Follow your nose. So it's like you're not meant to see the full path ahead of you. You're not meant to know the whole plan, but there's something here about like following fun, and that's going to lead you to what you want, what you desire, and what you really like at a core level. It's not even just what you want. This is what you need. You need connection, group number 3. You deserve healthy relationships that really honor you. You deserve to feel included. You deserve to feel like connected and understood is the feeling that I'm getting, especially if you've been enduring a lot of isolation or just feeling separate from people because you're different. You're going to find people who really are so much like you that you feel at home, truly, truly at home. And welcome if you're new here on the channel, or even if you're not, to this family, because you are at home here. If you resonate with these readings and the vibe here on the channel, you are always welcome and you are loved always. So that is what I have for you, group number 3. I hope this reading resonated and gave you some insight into what Spirit is wanting to say to you at this time. It was a beautiful reading and I enjoyed delivering the messages. So thank you for allowing me to read for you today, for being here on the channel and supporting my work, and for doing this healing work that you are leveling up your life with, because I want the best for you. So thank you so much, guys. If you need additional resources of support, I don't do personal readings per se, but I am a spiritual mentor and I specialize in emotional healing, energy healing, and clearing activations, psychic expansion, intuitive development, and personal development, basically, like at all levels. If you resonate with that and you're looking for support, you can check out my mentorship sessions. In the description box, there's a link to my website. Thank you guys for all of the support here on the channel in the various ways: likes, shares, subscribes, donations of cards and decks and charms and super chats, like all comments of love and support. All of it is so deeply appreciated. Like I said, I love you guys. You're welcome here. We are a family. You belong. I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye.